Okay, that's kind of funny. Abilities. Is there more health? There is more health. I just realized there is a full other line here. We can get more launch damage. That's awesome. Let's get more health. More energy. Pretty sure I've said it before, but the sound effects in the game really reminds me of Killer 7. Let's see his duration. Neat. What's this always here?
I need a ranger sent to this location stat.
Why? Ah!
Let's put him down!
Oh, sorry. I didn't expect you to actually appear. Wow, okay, that was a bit awkward. Whoops. Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to just get you in here and leave you, but didn't expect the game to just do that, you know? Not that I mind. Hopefully you can find your way back just fine. He definitely came here stat wise. He came here very quickly. Okay. Does it mean, or is it taller now? Cave bleed. That seems safe. Maybe there's something over there. Oh, hey!
Jesse, hey!
Emily,
What are you doing down here, Emily?
What do you mean? You called me down, remember?
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, that's right. You didn't. But then, I remember you needing me to come here. I mean, you even told me how to get in. Let's just chalk it up to synchronicity so we can get to work.
she takes everything in stride.
The board called me down here to deal with the situation. The astral plane is...
Colliding with our world, I know. Isn't it fascinating? I never even considered that the astral plane could be a physical volume expanding beyond its dimensional container. The bleed is localized to this area, but its growth rate seems steady. Given time, it will consume the entire Bureau, and possibly beyond.
That's what I'm here to stop. The board told me to fix the nail over there by dismantling 4 locks in the astral plane. Funny, I think it's put itself back together a bit.
So that could be due to the law of inverse exchange. For every associated component you remove, this nail reconstructs. Or possibly some variation of anti-sympathy. Don't worry, I'll look into it. Did you notice all the Bureau infrastructure? It looks like there was a research team stationed down here at some point. Do you think Darling knew about this?
I put money on it. That reminds me. Have you seen Marshall? She contacted me over the hotline, but then I saw her walking around.
I haven't seen her. The hotline only connects to extraplanar entities. Or dead people. But Marshall's proved time and time again that she's a survivor.
That's exactly what I thought.
Anyway, I've been looking into the minerals growing down here. Have you noticed how they insist on maintaining a certain form? Maybe some sort of a state memory, or they consciously prefer a certain shape?
I think we're on a clock here, Emily. I need to stop the astral bleeding before it brings the oldest house down. See what you can find out from the nail in the meantime. And send out some rangers to look for Marshall. She may be in trouble.
Will do, Jesse. If you see anything interesting, remember to take detailed notes.
Huh.
All the tests I run on the nail keep coming back as nonsense. And a couple of my instruments have already broken.
Maybe we should take that as a sign to pack it in?
I didn't take you for a quitter, Dr. Saba. There's a reason I packed a black rock-plated microscope. Jesse, you're back. So did you find anything noteworthy? The original Bureau expedition down here left so much interesting stuff behind.
Like their ID cards. I picked up a weird one. It's pretty old.
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, I found a few ID cards myself. Or, more accurately, the Rangers found them for me.
Are you starting a collection?
I'm going for the whole set. I kid, of course. But I suppose they are sort of like baseball cards, except for Bureau stuff from the 60s. Hey, the one you found is different than mine. It looks like it's a higher clearance level.
A rare one, then. Want to keep it, Emily?
Yeah, I absolutely do. But I think you should hang on to it for now. High clearance access might come in handy.
Sounds like you have something in mind.
Guilty. See, I've been going through Dr. Ash's notes, or the ones I can find, anyway. Like Darling, he seemed to enjoy hiding his most relevant research. From what I gather, there is another floor beneath the warehouse with a special lab that requires 5 high-level staff members just to access. Here, take this. It's an old skeleton key. Something else the Rangers found. I give them $5 for every useful trinket they bring me.
I'm gonna assume this key is my ticket to that lower floor. And that super secret lab you mentioned.
Bingo bango, as Dr. Darling used to say. Well, keep your eyes peeled for more ID cards around the warehouse. If Ash's notes are reliable, and I'm sure they are, then 5 is the magic number.
So how many do we have? Okay, so we're missing
The
one.
Rangers have tapped into an old radio network they found around the Foundation. So if you need backup, just call them at one of the stations.
Okay.
How did the Hiss get into the Foundation?
Same way we did, I imagine. But you need to remember that the Hiss are the embodiment of persistence. Their nature seems to be one of force, to find every possible vulnerability and exploit it. Their only goal is consumption.
I'm sure there's plenty of goodies for them down here. The nail, for instance.
If the Hiss could corrupt the nail, I'm sure they would have by now. It must not interest them in its broken state. They could be distracted by the numerous unknown paranatural materials I'm sure are lying around. These are the roots of the oldest house. The Hiss will find plenty of ways to make trouble.
They're pretty good at that. So you've never heard of the Foundation, huh?
I've never even seen the name referenced. Clearly it's highly classified, but for what reason? The problem with these kinds of closed-off hidden areas is that they were likely sealed for good reason. But now no one is left to tell us what that reason was.
Any guesses why the Bureau would hide something like this?
I only know what I've observed. This place is spatially rigid, which means it doesn't shift like the rest of the oldest house. Before you ask why that is, I have to admit that I'm clueless. There's some signal interfering with my equipment, making it hard to get a clear reading. It's being emitted from the floor. Maybe I should have brought a jackhammer.
The astral plane is already taking chunks out of this place, Emily. Let's not add to it.
Also, Marshall might be the only one that knows anything.
So let me get this straight. The astral plane is bleeding into the Foundation.
Correct.
And that's happening because the nail is damaged.
I'd say it's a bit more than damaged, but yes, that is my understanding.
So what's the connection between the nail and the astral plane?
It's a good question. See, I always pictured objects of power as strings between our plane and the astral. If the nail has a similar relationship, then maybe it's more accurate to think of it like plumbing. Now that the nail is busted, sewage is gushing everywhere.
Not the prettiest metaphor.
Yeah, it kind of works though.
I should get back out there.
Agreed. The astral bleed won't stop itself.
Yes, but before that, super secret labs.
Don't be a stranger.
You got this, Director.
Thank you. So we missed a 1. Typical. Just having a look around to see what's what. Did I read this before? No. Wouldn't have. It wouldn't still be here. The pillar found in the crossroads is best described as an onyx spike that protrudes from the cave floor like an imposing stalagmite. Despite its aggressive silhouette, the structure is has an undeniable allure. Freud would certainly have something to say about the pillar's overly erect nature, but I'm more drawn to Whitmore's essay on dynamic laws, structures within structures, the factual mirror of every being. Given its significant location, I believe the pillar is either the very heart of the oldest house or an intrusion within that heart. Or perhaps it's like a husk of a seed from which the oldest house sprouted. Tortilla wrote that great architecture isn't built, it grows. But then why does the pillar look so different from the rest of this place? This place's concrete walls and rocky caverns. It's easy to see it is an anomaly, a buried artifact, a foreign body, a demonic virus. I wonder if this pillar is any more welcome here than we are. Words are hard. Seems at the very least that the board wants that gone. Now I've got to find the secret. Because I want to know what the lab is. I worked out a lot better. Ow. They just one-shot that guy now. Also, no to that. Let's switch this out to, I don't know, charge, I guess. Where do you go? Oh, right, that's what happened. Okay, so keycard. Huh. Oh, I was about to make the comment, it didn't explode, and then it exploded. I'm checking. Meh. Checking these areas first, because well, I'm pretty sure there's nothing in here. They're easy enough to check. Ah. The last one could honestly be here.
This ID card was for an excavation engineer. Why did so many people abandon their cards down here?
Oh, jeez. It's like a security chief. Based on the gun. Typewriter. First aid. Is there medical? I'll check the others for now. That looks like planning. Maybe, or cartographer. Request denied. To Ash from L. McNally? You damn mound. As Chief Executive Officer, it's my job to support the research team. So I got you your machine for that ridiculous sand research project. However, it's also my responsibility to ensure the safety of my crew. Do you know how many trips it took to get the entire bulldozer down here piece by piece? And do you know how many of my guys were lost in these trips? Here's a hint, too fucking many. Which brings me to my point. I'm writing you today because of this request from that just landed on my desk. Apparently want a lightweight 1 or 2 man military grade helicopter for the purpose of surveying the vast expanse of the columns by ear. I bet you don't ever stop to wonder how much time, money, effort and blood this toy would cost us. No, sir. Well, no, sir, I'm sorry, but I will not subject my men to another month of marching through this death trap upstairs. That death trap. For Christ's sake, these people have families. Not that they ever get to see them anymore. Request denied. This could be the choreographer. No. Makes sense that this is, here. What's the name of the guy I put here? Okay. Just expect to see what's his face from Max Payne.
It worked. Now I just have to get on a rickety elevator that goes who knows how far down.
Basement lab. Pew pew.
Dust.
Ah.
Still, this lab's way tinier than any of Darling's.
And it wasn't as deep down as I thought. Whoa. Okay. Even has vending machines? Not sure what that did us.
Why would they need such a heavy door down here?
Well, let's see. Ah! Oh, okay. That was close. Also, was that another tablet?
This looks like the nail, only mini. A document. Is this in some kind of code?
Oh, can we not read it?
Can't read a word of it. I should take this back to Emily and tell her I got into Ash's secret lab.
Northmore final warning. As director to Ash. As director of the Federal Bureau of Control, the chosen representative slash is a benefactor of the great authority of the board, I demand your immediate withdrawal from the Foundation. Prior memos issued broadly to Foundation staff called for a swift reassignment of all personnel to the upper levels of the House. All staff compiled except you. This demonstrates a lack of respect for my office and the board itself. This is their house and we are their guests. We should conduct ourselves accordingly. Normally, such insubordination would be grounds for dismissal, but out of respect for your late father, consider this instead my final warning. The board and Director Ash chose me as the successor to the office. I guess his father, Ash. Oh man, how many of these were original Ash? Let's not worry about that. Like, senior instead of junior. The board and Director Ash chose me as successor to the office, and no amount of prejudice would change that. Indeed, your actions seem to suggest you know better than myself, and by extension, better than the board. Permit me to assure you that is not possible. Sincerely, Director Northmore. Health recovery on launch hits? Oh, yeah. That sounds amazing. Boy, it's bright in here. Well, hopefully you guys, don't Don't mind a bit of a destroyed office. Sure, it's fine. Okay, that's interesting. And a mini side quest. It's good to see that this DLC has some side quests as well for me to stumble my way through. Whoa. Oh, okay. I just ignored the first stage. Fast travel to the crossroads. Nice and simple like.